Hey, Tracy Nelson here, Creation Adventures, and I just want to start out by doing a series on, getting your deer from the field to the freezer or to the table. All right, and I know there's plenty of videos out there on how to, but I just and how to skin a deer, how to process a deer. I just want to walk slowly through that because I have friends that have deer processing places, and they are slam full. They're covered up because a lot of people are not doing this anymore. They're just paying the money, and it can get very expensive if you kill 4 or 5 deer a year and you're paying $100 each time. That's $500 in processing fees. Okay, so let's just start off real simple and with the skinning right now. And I'll show you, there's different ways to skin deer. Obviously, this one's already been field dressed, and I'm just gonna come in here. And if you never skinned a deer, your knife goes inside. You want to cut from in out. Okay. Now, being careful, and you need a good sharp knife, but like in out. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna slice up this leg here, the skin. And I'll go about, okay, so here's where I'm going to put my gamble, up here where make sure you're seeing that. I'm going to put my gamble right here, so I'm going to slice up about right here, almost to the hocks here. And then what I do is, while it's still laying here on the tailgate, on the inside now, I'm cutting from inside to out, I'm just going to pull the hide and go all the way around this leg is what I'm gonna do. And what I'm saying is, you don't have to put this on the gamble just yet. I like to do this part. Go ahead and get these legs, get the skin off the legs, the back legs I should say. And you got to be careful around this tendon, because if you cut through this tendon, then you're not going to have a place for your deer to hang. Your gamble won't hold because that tendon's gone. Okay. So I'll go around. Always being careful with your knife. Alright, easy enough. Kind of peel that back. And then I'm ready for the next leg. Again, cut inside, out. And the reason you're doing that is if you're cutting this through this hair, you're going to get a lot more hair. You're going to get some hair on the meat, and I'll show that in the next video, how I just try to keep water close by so I can wash that hair off. This is where a sharp knife, and I've already done one deer with this knife, but today. But a sharp knife, you see, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this to cut. You see how I'm holding it like a pencil. If you're sawing on all this stuff, then your knife is not near sharp. It needs to be to do work on animals. Okay. Just start getting that. To me, the legs, the back legs are and the front legs too. They're the most difficult part of the skinning process to me. All right, so he's ready. Make a place there for the gimbal. All right, we're ready. By the way, I didn't shoot this buck this morning. I was hunting with him, and a friend of mine shot this buck. Now, it's a good rule of thumb when you're working a deer, not to work above your head. If you can keep your working, the level of your work down here around your waist, but really helps if you're doing several deer. This is the second one today, so I don't have a lot to do today, but it does help. All right, so now that I've started to skin down off the back, the hind quarters, and it's just simple. Just pull a little bit. And a fresh deer is a lot easier to skin than one that's been hanging in a cooler. Okay? It's a lot. And a young deer is easier to skin than an older deer. Usually right in here, get in here so you can see this, around the tail might be one of the most difficult places because of so much fat. So a whitetail deer stores a lot of fat right here around its tail, right in here. And so if it's a pretty fat deer, you might have to do some work right here with your knife, and it may not just pull. We'll see. The last deer I did was really fat. This one's not. Doesn't seem to be that fat. Sometimes you can just grab it and push it down. Now, when it comes to this tail, I just keep a pair of loppers close by. You can cut through it with your knife if you want to, or you can just something. Like I didn't get all the way through that tail.